wingman against Maxiesho. So we'll see how Maxiesho adjusts to the defense here of the Macau Black Bears.
That's exactly right, Marco. And just we're about to get things going between the Macau Black Bears and the BTN CLS Knights Indonesia.
And for me, key here for some of the keys for the Macau Black Bears, of course, their three-point shooting, one of the tops in the league. They average close to 40% from long distance. Of course, their offense, which revolves around that horns at the top, the double ball screen, which Anthony Tucker likes to exploit. They also have to going to do a fair share of rebounding. They're going to have to try to dictate the tempo and pound the ball inside to Daryl Watkins and Maxiesho.
Here we go. And the BTS CLS Knights win the tip. They go right away to Watkins. He gets that one to go, and we are.
And that's a good ploy for them to go immediately inside to Daryl Watkins. Ryan Watkins stands about 6'8", 6'9". Daryl Watkins is a legit 7-footer.
And talking about another Watkins, that was Ryan Watkins taking the three. Yeah, so we have two Watkins in this ballgame, Marco.
And we will see if they will be matched up against each other. Of course, for the Macau Black Bears, they cannot afford for Ryan Watkins to get into foul trouble early, as he averages close to 40 minutes per contest for them.
That's a tough one if you're Ryan Watkins. He's actually the leading rebounder at 16 a game. So his presence is really needed by the Black Bears. That three doesn't go. Here come the Black Bears. McKinney with the basketball. Looks for an opening. Sees one. They swing it to Tucker. Rebound to McKinney. They reset. Goes baseline once again. Finds the cutting. There we go. It's 2-2 here in the early goings.
And the Macau Black Bears not really known for their second chance scoring. In their last game, they had their first pair of second chance points already in the second half. But the way they move the ball, that is one of the things that to be admired about. They're one of the league leaders in terms of assists, average about 21 assists per contest. Something that Anthony Tucker has almost perfected here in the ABL.
Speaking of three-pointers, that is wide open. Wong Wei Long gets that one to go. We are knotted up at 5.
Wong Wei Long definitely very capable of connecting from the outside, averaging about 33% from that area.
2 minutes into the first quarter. Here come the Knights. Escher with the basketball. That goes out of bounds.
This is also one of the things we talked about. Because of the height, because of the length of the CLS Knights, especially on the wing with Jawato and Maxiesho, they can definitely exploit their height advantage, especially in transition.
Here's Watkins on Watkins. That goes off. Black Bears on the counter attack. They go to McKinney from deep. Buries that one.
Mike McKinney, so deadly from downtown, 40% on the season, averaging about 24, 25 points per game.
You mentioned, Marco, that Black Bears shoot a lot of threes, and we're seeing that right now. 8-5 for the Black Bears early in the first.
Macau Black Bears average about 37 three-point attempts per game, as we see that nice penetration. So 5 quick points here from Wong Wei Long, the former local MVP.
4-3 again from the Black Bears. That one doesn't go. Watkins with a rebound.
And that's what the Macau Black Bears are going to do all game long, try to penetrate, find an open shooter on the kick out.
That's another lead, this time from Herring. It's a shootout early here in Gortajaya.
And Brandon Jawato, we saw him practicing that stroke during the pregame. He averages close to 40% as well from the three ball, 38% to be exact.
That one doesn't go. Here comes Wong Wei Long. Knights looking for Esho. Esho buries the three. 13-8 for the BTN CLS Knights Indonesia.
And Maxiesho, I would say Jawato is the stronger of these two wingmen. So Jawato, they're going to rely on his length and his strength to try to contain Mike McKinney. And McKinney is going to rely on his quickness, especially cutting from the weak side.
Here's McKinney trying to use his quickness. They go back out. 3 as the possession switches to the Knights.
And this is also a good matchup here between Mike McKinney and Doug Herring. Of course, Mike McKinney, one of the best pickpockets we have in the league, averaging close to 3 steals per ball game.
And you see the importance of, as we see a dunk from Watkins.
And that is what is going to happen whenever you get a penetration and you force the help from Ryan Watkins. Jared Watkins is going to be open for the drop pass.
I was talking about earlier, it's McKinney is on Herring, so they're trying to slow down that offense for the Knights. Watkins from deep.
That's the shot you want to give Ryan Watkins all night long, especially if you're Darryl Watkins. He has yet to prove that he is a consistent three-point shooter, although his range from within the arc is very effective. Attack and be aggressive inside. They already have 6 points in the paint compared to just 2 for the Macau Black Bears, and they've limited the three-point shooting of the Black Bears. 2 out of 8 so far, a far cry from their average of close to 40%.
Turnover from the Knights. Here comes the Black Bears. McKinney taking on Wong Wei Long. Goes for 3. Gets that one to go.
Of course, Mike McKinney is so dangerous on both ends of the floor, actually. This guy has exploded for a 40-point game already this season.
Esho drives baseline. Goes up. And Macau ends up with the basketball. McKinney drives in the lane. Kicks out. Tucker. Looks for a teammate. That's Lai. That one doesn't go. So we see early on both teams trying to go for that long bomb.
Because for the Macau Black Bears, that's definitely their weapon of choice. They're already with 9 3-point attempts. And yeah, as we mentioned, they average at close to 35 points. Darryl Watkins stuffs that one home.
Watkins has 2 dunks now across his name. That was a nasty one from Watkins.
And that is definitely going to be a point of concern here for the coaching staff of the Macau Black Bears, that presence inside the paint of the 7-footer.
Escher with the basketball. Watkins a little late, coming back to the offensive end before the Knights. They swing it. Jawato to Escher. Misses. Rebound to Wong Wei Long. Wong Wei Long all day to shoot. Misses. Battle for the rebound.
Knocks out on the rebound for the Knights.
Here's Tucker to McKinney. McKinney goes hard to the basket. Foul. Free throw.
Imagine having a team with both the World Import MVP and the Heritage Import MVP on your squad.
Oh, Jawada misses that one. Esho with the slam.
And again, the Knights with the right idea not to settle for the outside shot. Jawado strong to the basket, drawing the defense, allowing Esho to get that offensive rebound and put back.
You know, you mentioned if you do a zone, rebound is going to be a concern as Esho goes up, misses.
Darryl Watkins immediately having an effect here in this game as the Knights continue to have to enjoy the lead here in the first.
19-15 in favor of the Knights. 2 minutes to go left in the first. They swing it. Wong Wei Long. There's the 3.
That's great ball movement there by the CLS Knights. They had 16 assists in the first half against the Monu Vampire squad. And right now already with 6 assists.
A 7-point lead for the Knights. Trying to counter other Black Bears. That doesn't go.
Another 3-point shot for the guys in black. No second chance opportunity.
Wong Wei Long.
As a local, and he has been a big addition to this squad, especially after the retirement of Indonesian legend Mario Wuisang.
Almost a minute left in the first. Knights 23-15. Here's Watkins. Misses. Rebound. Another miss from the Black Bears.
We saw Ryan Watkins have a lot of difficulty against bigger players. Right now having difficulty scoring in the paint against Darryl Watkins.
Wide open. Oh, that's an air ball. Rebound. One way along, attacks to Watkins. Short jumper is good for Watkins.
And the home team continuing to dominate inside the paint. Already with 12 points in the paint. CLS Knights.
And now it's a 10-point lead for the home team, 25-15.
Black Bears settling for outside shots. 3 of 13 right now.
Under 20 seconds remaining. Oh, Sandy Cunyawan from deep.
One of the guys you do not want to leave wide open. Sandy Cunyawan trying to break this game wide open. Now the lead is up to 13.
5 seconds remaining. McKinney, where is he going to go? He going for 3. That doesn't go. And we end the first.
And as we pointed out during the pregame, this is going to be one of the keys. 3-point shooting or defending the 3 for the CLS Knights. If they can limit the 3-point shooting with the Macau Black Bears, they're going to have a good chance of stealing this one.
Now they go inside.
The rhythm going, especially if you're the type of Mike McKinney or an Anthony Tucker.
So Ryan Watkins goes 2 for 2 there. It's still a double-digit advantage. Oh, sorry, a 9-point advantage for the CLS Knights.
Black Bears switching back to a man-to-man after they got burned with that 2-3 zone.
Rebound goes to Tucker. Pick and roll with Ryan Watkins. Tucker, 4-3. Misses that one. In the battle of Watkins, Darryl Watkins wins that rebound.
And I like how Herring has been defending the perimeter, especially Anthony Tucker, not giving him open looks.
Yes, sorry, missed there from Sandy Cunyawan. Gotta force that one. On the other end. Oh, sidestep. Oh, sorry, miss again. Ryan Watkins able to clean up that mess.
And that is what he loves to do. Only the second rebound though for Ryan Watkins. That is usually his bread and butter.
On the other end we go. That's good.
And that's a nice screen set by Darryl Watkins. And you may start to see Doug Herring be more aggressive, try to get his points right now.
Esho with the steal goes up. Gets the 2. 32-19 for the home squad.
First pair of fast break points for the CLS Knights. That one coming off a turnover for the Black Bears.
Another missed 3 from Macau. And here come the Knights running. Sandy from deep. Gets that go.
And you see the big difference in the shot selection. Previous 2 shots of Sandy Cunyawan were well challenged. That one coming off the penetration and a nice kick out from Doug Herring.
It's a 35-19 lead with 7:43 remaining to go in the second. Watkins misses. Here comes the Knights again. Wide open. Sandy, 4-3. Oh.
Would have been big, would have brought the house down had he hit that.
Watkins all alone.
This is what you cannot afford to do. You cannot afford to sleep in transition because Ryan Watkins, one of the best at running the floor for a big man.
Here's the other Watkins. Sidestep, shot doesn't go.
No call by the referee. A lot of contact on that sequence.
Tucker swings it over on the corner. Another missed opportunity for the Black Bears. 51 lead under 7 minutes remaining here in the second.
A little bit of full court pressure right now. 2-2-1. Try to force turnovers on the part of the BTN CLS Knights. Try to get easy baskets in transition for the Black Bears. Well, CLS Knights definitely have what it takes to break that full court pressure, especially with Doug Herring and later on one way long on the floor.
Tucker. Another turnover for the Black Bears. Knights are running.
That's only going to be the second turnover for the Knights.
Tucker is not looking for a shot just yet. Oh, as I mentioned that he goes for 3, sorry.
That's going to be a mismatch if you switch that. That time, Firma Negro was the one who picked up Anthony Tucker, and Anthony Tucker is going to feast on that matchup.
And if
Coach Brian Rolsom looking for somebody to be more aggressive, especially when they break that pressure.
Jawato to Herring. Looks for an opening. Sandy gets the three to go. Another three from Sandy Kurniawan. And another beautiful pass from Douglas Herring.
And you know, that three by Sandy Cornell brought about by that nice roll to the basket by Nugroho, forcing the defense to choose. They chose the inside penetrator, leaving Cornell wide open.
Jawato underneath. That doesn't go. Black Bears with the counterattack. McKinney gets the two to go.
That's a 4-point swing right there. A miss on one end. Quick answer from McKinney. And this is what you have to be careful about. Black Bears so adept at scoring in a hurry.
And with that shot, McKinney cuts the lead to 12. Esho, baseline jumper doesn't go.
That's another stop for the Black Bears, and they're going to look to score here. So CLS Knights have to keep their foot on the gas pedal. One of the best in the league.
McKinney trying to make his move. Kicks it out. So three-point shooting has not been kind to the Black Bears in the first half here.
And the Knights are going to rely on that. But on the other end, Maxi Esho continuing to hum here. 10 points in the game. First CLS Knight in double figures.
Now it's a 41-26 lead for the Knights as Tucker gets the deuce to go.
And that's the way to answer if you're the CLS Knights. Once the Black Bears get a bucket on one end, if you can score in transition, that's the way to go.
And the Knights are clicking here in the first half.
Esho could have gotten away with a double dribble on that one.
Tucker and his team need to get things going as we go under the 4-minute mark here in the second. Tucker looks for a teammate. Here's a three from Watkins. That one's good.
1 out of 3 from long distance, and let's see if Darren Watkins start to come out a little hard. But you know what, that's a shot I'm going to give Ryan Watkins all night long, rather than have Anthony Tucker or Mike McKinney as a Jawato.
Kurtajaya, Jawato knocks that one.
Well, for the CLS Knights, already with 9 3-point shots, if I'm not mistaken, 9 out of 16.
McKinney with a floater. That doesn't go. Rebound to the Knights. Herring with the basketball. We go to the corner. Cornell thought about it. Turnover.
That was a lazy pass there on the part of Herring. So check that. Against the Mona Vampire, they had 9 3-point shots. Today, they've already equaled that.
So the 3-point shot has been the friend for the Knights. As Watkins, I thought he was going for the jam.
Might be a little bit of the slippery spot on the floor. That's discouraging them from going strong. But again, another nice heads-up play from Doug Herring, who has been the primary facilitator here for the Knights.
Oh, alley-oop play. McKinney connecting on a beautiful. And Douglas Herring has been putting on a show, displaying his passing skills.
Already with 10 assists in the game. 10 of the 14 assists of the Knights coming from Doug Herring. And they've actually only had has not come back here in the second quarter, because Doug Herring has done an excellent job quarterbacking for the Knights.
Here's Tucker with the basketball.
I'll check that one way long. He's actually on the floor right now.
Tucker gets the triple to go.
And Anthony Tucker has been one of the few bright spots for their squad. He and McKinney are the only 2 players in double figures.
A minute and a half remaining in the second. Jawato from deep. Misses that one. And if you're the Black Bears, you want to cut down the lead before you head to the halftime break, as McKinney gets the bucket to go.
And that's exactly what's on the mind of Mike McKinney. Another basket for him. Trips it to a 10-point lead. And the CLS Knights have to execute on this, and they do not want to surrender momentum going to the Black Bears, especially as we head into the half.
A minute remaining in the second.
So they've already allowed the Knights 48 points here.
Herring from deep. Misses on the tree. Here come the Black Bears. McKinney surveys the floor. They go to Tucker. 49 seconds remaining in the second.
So far, the Black Bears have outscored the Knights 23-20 here in the second quarter. And that's going to be another nice pass there to Lai Katong coming from Anthony Tucker. So that three-point shot earlier by Anthony Tucker opening up the driving lane for him.
8-point game with 30 seconds remaining. Wong Wei Long looking for an open teammate. Turnover. Black Bears running. Nathan Yu. Oh, he did not know where to go on that pass. Almost another turnover from Nathan Yu. Tucker. We're going for 10 seconds remaining at the first half.
He's going to try to get the last attempt in this first half.
Tucker to Lai. Misses on the three. And that is how the first half is going to. We have huge victories, huge upsets, and the Knights are hoping to end the 3-game winning streak of the Macau Black Bears as we start the third quarter.
And you know, just goes to show you the parity in the league when at any given night the lower seeded team can upset the higher seeded team. You saw that in that big shot by Lee Sui Lin to beat San Miguel Ala Pilipinas. Mono Vampire also getting a victory, looking to turn their season around. So just so much competitiveness here in season 9 of the ABL.
Here's Herring with the steal. That's a foul. Once again, because of that foul.
Also pointed out by Coach Rosam, he's looking to use more of his rotation. 6 players already in double or have scored for the Knights, while for the Black Bears, only 4 players have managed to score.
Esho gets his own miss. Esho to the paint.
They shared the ball very well, 16 assists for them in that first half, and really that really fed their offense.
McKinney goes to Tucker. Tucker to the corner.
Again, they continue to struggle from the outside, and CLS Knights limiting them to 1 attempt per possession.
Jawato to the lane. Brandon Jawato gets the 2.
That is what you love about Brandon Jawato. Always taking it strong to the basket whenever he doesn't have an open 3-point shot.
Tucker to the basket.
Jawato giving too much space to Anthony Tucker. He expected the help defense to come early, but nobody there to help out on that penetration.
Here's Herring trying to find another open teammate. He does. Watkins from deep. Banks that home. Sometimes Watkins from deep.
And that is when you know that things are going your way. And Watkins backing it from close to top of the key.
And he had a smile on his face after he hit that banker. The ball goes back to the home team. 57-42 lead for the PGN CLS Knights Indonesia. 2 minutes have gone in the third quarter. Wong Wei Long gets the pick. Drive to the lane. Herring to Watkins. Watkins underneath. Gets that 2 to go.
And this is what they were afraid of in the first half. Reason why they went to the zone. Because that penetration opens up the drop pass to Daryl Watkins. And he knows what to do when he's that close to the rim.
Here's Ryan Watkins. Gets to the paint. Bump on Esha. No call. Watkins saves the basketball to Nathan Yu. Up. Wong Wei Long gets the basketball, and the Knights are running. Esho from deep, buries the 3.
Percentage points less. I don't know for what reason. It's very difficult. It seems to be very difficult to shoot here, especially from the outside at Gorkurta Jaya, and the Knights really taking advantage of that as Macau Black Bears capitalizing on turnovers, sharing the basketball, connecting from the outside.
Out of sync is right if you're the Macau Black Bears. Jawato takes aim and hits. 23-point lead for the BGN CLS Knights Indonesia. This place is rocking. 65-42.
Jawato joining the party. 11 points, entering double figures.
McKinney trying to answer. Doesn't. Rebound to Ryan Watkins. Hook shot. That doesn't go. Rebound McKinney. McKinney nowhere to go. Gets it back out to Tucker. Tucker looks up at the clock. Gets the N1 to go. And Anthony Tucker completes the N1 play. But they're still staring at a 65-45 lead in the early goings of the third quarter. Esho spins. That So in the bat of Watkins, the Daryl Watkins is winning that matchup.
Yep. And the Knights have outscored the Black Bears 17-4.
Jawato, another three. Yes, sirree. Jawato is cooking the Macau Black Bears.
Fourth three-pointer of the game for Jawato. 13th of the contest here for the Knights. And another miss, another defensive read.
The CLS Knight. And the catalyst of that offense has been Doug Herring finding his teammates.
Now the Black Bears going on a 2-3 zone, so let's see if that works against them.
Esho calling for the basketball on the other side. Herring to Jawato. Jawato takes aim again. That one doesn't go. Well, that one would have brought a house down.
Heat check there for Jawato.
Oh, Tucker just flips it up. He was expecting a foul, I think.
Yeah, he was expecting the foul off that contact, but no call given.
McKinney fires. That doesn't go. Escher with the rebound. Herring to the corner. One way long. It's fouled. It is a technical and it is a 4-point play for Wong Wei Long. The Black Bears have the basketball and they're staring at a 73-45 lead under 5 minutes remaining in the third. As Tucker just said, you know what? I want to take over.
Tries to answer. They're going to have to score a lot of that in a hurry. Again, 2-3 zone here for the Black Bears.
And if you're up against the zone, you want to have those big guys filling in those gaps.
Yep.
So 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Down to 5. Herring. Esho, does he know the shot clock? Yes, he does. Takes 3. Maxi Esho from 3. 76-48 for the BTN CLS Knights Indonesia.
And that's just tough there. If you're the Macau Black Bears, you dwindle the opponent's shot clock to less than 5 seconds. And then Esho hits a 3 in the face of the defender.
Double team on Ryan Watkins. Oh, God, great. Tucker with the basketball. Met by a double team. Watkins. Shot clock violation.
That ball screen for Anthony Tucker forced Tucker to give the ball up. And shot clock was not enough.
Jawato swings it over to Wong Wei Long. Esho thought about that 3. Wong Wei Long. Where does he go? Bounce pass underneath. And the Black Bears get the basketball. 3:30 remaining in the third canto. Tucker looks for an opening. That one short. McKinney gets his own miss. Escher there slipped.
Whatever advantage you can if you're the opposing coach. Half court pressure, half court 2-1.
So they're trying to slow down the offense of the Knights. Let's see if that's successful. Herring swings it over to the corner. Wong Wei Long looks for a teammate. Kunyawan to Esho. Great pass, great play, great finish.
And you love the patience there of the CLS Knights, moving the ball from left to right, finding the best available shot, and that time Maxi Esho with a nifty reverse.
They could have settled for a 3-pointer, but instead they went underneath. Watkins gets tangled up, no call. Watkins still complaining as the Knights on the counter attack. That's Kunyawan on the corner. Gets that dribble to go.
And that's just so frustrating for the Macau Black Bears. No call on your end. Kunyawan hits a corner triple on their end of the floor.
It is a 3-point barrage from the BTN CLS Knights Indonesia, and they pick up the basketball. Nearing the 2-minute mark in the third period. Herring underneath.
And Ferman Nugroho joins the scoring party. How about the assist from Doug Herring?
And the Black Bears are staring at an 83-49 lead.
Westers in 8 minutes through this game.
Tucker, long bomb. Missed foul on the
Looks like a tremendous deficit to be facing going into the fourth quarter.
You need something good here in the last 2 minutes. Tucker, 8 on the shot clock. He's gonna take this. Tucker gets that triple to go.
One of the few bright spots here, Anthony Tucker, 19 points. McKinney has 17, but nobody else in double figures. Only 5 players have scored here for the Black Bears.
From the corner again. That time that doesn't go for the Knights. McKinney on the other end, racing down the court. Tucker asking for the basketball, but McKinney takes it in himself.
And for the Black Bears, you just have to try to put points on the board in a hurry, try to make stops, and hopefully during the first half of that fourth quarter, as Herring knocks down his first triple of the game, and what a time for it to come. 17 triples, and you know, if I'm not mistaken, the record is about 18 triples in a game for a team. Right now, they could tie that with another triple here in the third.
And Herring just said, you know what, I'm not just a passer, I can shoot it from deep too. Here he comes once again. Herring misses on that drive. Tucker, 35 seconds left in the third quarter. McKinney, pump fake, step back, chooses to drive inside. Oh, turnover.
And you love how the bench players of the Knights continue to play defense, trying to keep their foot on the pedal.
And Douglas Herring looking to close the third quarter with a bang. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Herring. Hidayat with the inbound to Esho. Esho from deep. That's good! Baxi Esho with another triple.
But he's going after that all-time record of 21 by Jason Brickman.
So as you see the scoring per quarter, look at that scoring explosion by the CLS Knights. 41 big points. Tucker trying to make a game out of this one.
Can overcome this big of a deficit, and with the way the Knights have been playing as well.
Laikatong connects on both free throws, and as you said, it's a mountain that the Black Bears have to climb with 9.5 minutes remaining. But Sandy Kurunyawan continues to pour it on. 92-56 advantage for the Knights.
And with that, they've tied the record for most number of triples by a team here in the ABL.
So going for history if you're the CLS Knights. Steal. Wong Wei Long goes up and connects on the 2.
How about the veteran smarts of Wong Wei Long? He knew that there was a trailer, used his body to protect that basketball, and hit the layup.
It's been a great game from Wong Wei Long. Rebound.
They're both on the floor. So it's either Herring takes possession, he becomes the point guard, and Wong Wei Long becomes the secondary ball handler, and it has really worked well for them here in this game.
Wong Wei Long takes the 3, makes the 3! And that, my friends, is a new record for most three-pointers made in an ABL game. 20 for the Knights.
And you still have 8.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Watkins, he's had a rough night. Esho falls down with the rebound, saves the possession.
And that interior defense of the Knights have really been up to par. Only 24 points in.
You know, brutally answered that with an historic night.
And you know, for the Macau Black Bears, question is, when do you decide, or when do you throw in the towel with this big of a lead? Remember, they have a tough schedule ahead of them here in January. After this game, on the 16th, they play Hong Kong Eastern at home. When do you rest your key players?
That is a very, very good point, Marco. 7:40 remain.
Guys like Mike McKinney and Anthony Tucker on the perimeter, and then from the outside, they did a great job moving the ball around, sharing the basketball, stuff, assists like that one. Except that Kurunyawan missed that, but coming off penetrations on the kick out, and then when the Black Bears shifted to a 2-3 zone, that's really where they made their hay and just started connecting from the outside. I think they had about 15 triples in the first half.
The Black Bears continue to miss. Watkins gets that basket to go after the third attempt. It's still a huge deficit for Macau.
Now check that, they had 9 triples in the first half, but they were shooting 50% and just continue to improve on it here in the second. So Macau Black Bears not able to address the 3-point shooting of the Knights.
The crowd loving the effort from Nugroho there, edging him on every time he touches the basketball. Tucker from deep. Oh, the magic has not been there for Anthony Tucker.
Steamers on the 16th, followed up by the Singapore Slingers, and then the Wolf Warriors, and then Westport's Malaysia Dragons at the end of the month.
So for the Knights' future opponents, it's gonna be they're watching this game and like, whoa, 23s, that's a lot.
And they're gonna dread coming here to Gor Kurtajaya as Mike McKinney connects. That is his 4th triple of the game, but you could say it might be a little too late.
Herring goes to the corner. Wong Wei Long driving, goes baseline. Jawato, another 3. No, that doesn't go. Watkins with a rebound. Short stab.
One last push here and try to trim it down to 20 points or below in the next 2 minutes.
Tucker gets that 2 to go. Still a 30-point lead for the Knights. And as you said, Marco, if you're the Black Bears, you're just looking to get things going for you that you'll carry on for the next game.
Hopefully try to get something positive before you take out your starters, because this has been a demolition on the lead. Is down to 28 points.
Herring with the basketball. Goes straight to the cup. Misses on that dunk. Tucker passes out. Watkins with the rebound. Watkins gets that 2 to go. So slowly but surely, Macau still knocking on that door.
And Kuryawan trying to egg his team on just to make one last push.
Esho, step back 3. Misses.
If you're the Knights, you want to move the ball, try to use up as much clock as you can, and probably in the last 6 or 7 seconds, just try to get a decent shot off.
Now,
Kenny continues to hound Doug Herring.
Jawato makes his move. Herring directs traffic. Bounce pass to Watkins. Spin. Goes up without. And you see what Douglas Herring brings. He brings a different dynamic as a playmaker and ball handler. Gives off pressure from Wong Wei Long, finds open teammates.
And there was a stretch when Wong Wei Long was not able to play for the Knights. They really struggled in terms of having a legitimate point guard, but they've solved that problem with the entry of Doug Herring.
Wong Wei Long. 3:48 remaining in the game. Can the Knights snap the Bears' 3-game losing streak? McKinney to Tucker. Thought about the 3 behind the back. Still with the basketball. 16 left on the shot clock.
Taking a lot of time on this possession.
Tucker makes his move. Still with the basketball. Gives it to Watkins at the top of the key. Watkins. Oh. Gets his own miss. He cleans up the other bench and looking at, Tucker's still there. You know what? I'll keep my starters.
You keep your starters in, I'll keep mine for a little bit longer. I think he's just trying to build more chemistry between the new guys and the guys who have been here, talking about Esho, Wong Wei Long, and Jawato.
Watkins, 15-footer. Foul.
Pulling out their starters anytime soon here. It's almost mathematically possible, barring any unforeseen miracle.
Here's Wong Wei Long. Bad pass. Oh, even a worse pass. Esho with the sledgehammer. And that is the exclamation point.
Yep. That could be the final nail on the coffin here for the Black Bears.
2.5 minutes remaining in the game. Watkins misses on that jumper, Herring with the rebound.
And although Ryan Watt favor of the Black Bears, but for a majority of this game, it was clearly in favor of the Knights.
McKinney misses on that floater. Watkins.
So far And not just 20 triples, they shot 55% from long distance. Secondly, they were able to control the tempo. They outscored the Black Bears 24-7 in terms of fast break points. So really pushing the pace here, taking advantage of their depth, taking advantage 21% from long distance for the Black Bears, for a team that shoots about 35% from there.
Number 21. Number 21. That is the 21st triple from the BTN CLS Knights Indonesia. A record night.
And Wong Wei Long, 22 big points for the former two-time local MVP.
And this is about all she wrote here in Gor Kertajaya. Herring. A little over a minute remaining. Oh, crossover. Jawato. They are loving it here in Gor Kertajaya.
And Rosam has emptied his bench, has pulled out his starters, while Coach Zhang Xin has kept Anthony Tucker on the floor together with Nathan Yu. I don't see for what reason, as this game is pretty much over.
That is right. 50 seconds remaining. And the Knights have led by as much as 41 points in this one.
And with this victory, the Knights are going to move up to 4 wins, 7 losses. Still at 8th place though, but distancing themselves somewhat from the Mono Vampire squad, who picked up their 2nd victory.
And as we've mentioned earlier on, this is the league's first ever quintuple header, and it has been a day of upsets, huge victories, and what a way to end the day with a historic night from Indonesia.
For the Black Bears, meanwhile, they will drop to 6-3. That is good for 2nd spot. San Miguel Ala Pilipinas will hold on to 1st spot at 6-2, despite the loss to the Formosa Dreamers earlier today.
And that is